There we go. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Mayor Lauren McLean. Thanks to the couple of you that were able to join us in person today for the swearing in of our new fire chief, and to the public and members of the media and hopefully the fire department that are watching along with us today. I want to say just a couple things before introducing Chief Niemeyer. You know, obviously we're doing this a little different. Normally I imagine we'd have the pipes and drums and a room filled with people, as well as members of the fire department here to support the arrival of the new chief and more of our council than just our president. But given our COVID-19 restrictions, we've made this smaller. So happy to welcome Mark Niemeyer's family here with us and to do this virtually for the most part. Before we do get going, I want to thank Council President Elaine Clegg, who is here, and then of course the rest of the city council who was involved in our decision to hire Mark Niemeyer as fire chief, and of course for everything that the council has helped do in partnership with our office as we address public safety and health this year during the COVID-19 pandemic. To acting chief, now fire marshal, again, Romeo Gervais, for the time that you spent as acting chief from the week before our community got hit by COVID until just recently. We truly appreciate your service and the partnership that we had together to address those needs. And then Mike Bisagno, I want to point out too, the president of the Boise Local 149 is here with us as well. So thank you for being here. And with that, I'd also like to thank the public and so many stakeholders that were involved in the hiring process, the interview, and then the community feedback that helped lead me to Mark Niemeyer, who agreed and was confirmed as chief a couple weeks ago. So with that, I want to say a little bit about Chief Niemeyer's background, and then I'll ask you to come up and introduce your family. Of course, prior to joining the city of Boise, Mark served as the fire chief of Idaho's second largest city, Meridian, for 10 years. You're a paramedic, and that connection between health and emergency response and fire as we move into the 21st century and think about the needs, the daily needs that our community has with regard to, and the responses that the fire department has to protect health, I think is incredibly important. And then I got to know Chief Niemeyer in his role as the emergency response coordinator for the city of Meridian during this COVID-19 crisis, where we worked together and with others in the region to address community needs and to come up with the right response policies and service delivery. And then you're the vice president of the Western Fire Chiefs Association, and I look forward to bringing some of that to bear and you welcoming them to this community eventually when we can all get back together, and until then in virtual ways. And I'd just say in closing, you know, it was really the chief's proven ability to collaborate, his involvement with so many of our own leadership positions within the fire department, and the work that I've seen you do on the job in the last 9 months that led me to believe that Mark was the right person for this time in our community. And it's really an honor, one, to have your family here, but two, of course, for you to have accepted the position. And with that, I would ask if you would come up, Mark, and your family as well, introduce your family to the community. Of course, Mark's daughter, Hallie, is joining us remotely. Hi, Hallie. And then after that, we'll do the oath of office. Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, great. Now I didn't realize I can't see the TVs, but we've got 3 council members at least that I can see us, at least on the screen that I'm looking at. Council President Pro Tem Holly Woodings and council members Hallie, Burton, and Thompson. Thanks for joining us. I didn't realize you were there. So good to see you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And just quickly before the oath, I would like to introduce my family. My wife, Cheryl, of 27 years, also a paramedic, and my son, Justin, who is also a firefighter with the Star Fire Department. And as was mentioned, I'll take a look. Our daughter, Hallie, she's a senior in college, finishing out her nursing bachelor's degree. Really excited to have her here virtually. She's really bummed she couldn't be here, but our daughter, Hallie, is out in the virtual world right now. So I want to say hi to her. With that, Mayor, I think it's time for the oath.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand and then to repeat after me. I, Mark Niemeyer,
I, Mark Niemeyer,
having been appointed Fire Chief of the Boise Fire Department,
having been appointed Fire Chief of the Boise Fire Department,
do solemnly swear that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Idaho,
and the state of Idaho,
and the rules, regulations, and orders of the city of Boise and the fire department.
and the rules, regulations, and orders of the city of Boise and the fire department.
I will honorably perform the duties of fire chief
I will honorably perform the duties of Fire Chief
and faithfully serve the citizens of Boise
and faithfully serve the citizens of Boise
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I freely accept the greater responsibility of this position, so help me God.
I freely accept the greater responsibility of this position, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And with that, I really want to shake your hand. We're not doing it. The council president has the pin, so I'll ask the council president. And of course, both Justin and Cheryl, are you coming up or no? However you want to do it. We'll pass the pin over to Justin to pin the pin on.
So I'd like to give the pin to Justin so that he can put it on his father.
Thank you.
That's loud.
And with that, yeah, go ahead, I'll move this.
Madam Mayor, thank you again. And thank you, City Council, Fire Department, and the citizens of Boise for this great opportunity. I certainly am humbled and I am honored. I would like to thank my family. They've been on my journey for a very long time. To my wife, Cheryl, who's been my life partner, my work partner for 27 years. You know, back in the day, we were both in the field, working as field paramedics with Ada County paramedics, and we would work out of Fire Station 3. And we did what was called the kid handoff. I would bring them in their pajamas, or she would bring them in their pajamas, and we would hand off the kids. And oftentimes we lost our son. We didn't know where he went. And what we found is that he had gone with the firefighters and helped check out the vehicle, check out the engine, get water in the water jug, the whole 9 yards. I guess it was a little preordained back then that he was going to follow in those footsteps. But some great stories and great memories that we have as a family of the Boise Fire Department, our kids being a part of that family. And we saw firsthand how welcoming the Boise Fire Department was, even back then. So it was a very safe place to go, a very welcoming place to go. I also want to, as we already did, recognize our daughter Hallie, who's not with us today. I know she's watching virtually. Hi, sis. Just want to thank you for your support. Always, she's a kind, loving soul that's going to make a great nurse, and she really has been that rock for her daddy at certain times. So very proud of her. You can see that we're kind of a service-oriented family, and so I certainly, Madam Mayor, Council, look forward to continuing that service to others in this new role as the fire chief. To the men and women of the fire department, I just want to say I'm honored and excited to serve alongside of you. Some of you I've known personally for many years, and others I've yet to meet, and I look forward to being able to meet all of you if that's a possibility in a department this size. Certainly I'm going to get out and make that happen. What I have seen from the Boise Fire Department is a strong commitment to serving the community. There's a deep pride in doing the job well, and that's something I'm very much looking forward to being a part of. As your chief, I'm committed to ensure the physical and mental health of our staff and our firefighters, to ensure there's a continual learning opportunity through training, to continue a continuous mentorship and career development, to ensure the fire department is always a safe and inclusive place to come to work, and to ensure that our relationships and our partnerships are always maintained. I fully support one city, one team. The mayor and I had conversations around this. That's the environment that I'm used to working within, is in collaboration and partnership for the challenges that we are going to face as a city. So I look forward to working directly with the city leadership. I've met with the police chief, Chief Lee, already to talk about how police and fire can also work together moving forward into the future. And I'm strongly committed to ensuring that we maintain strong relationships and partnerships with our other public safety agencies. There are times where we cannot do it alone, and there's times where we need to call on their help, and we are committed to the Boise Fire Department being a great neighbor when it comes to that. Lastly, but most importantly, to the community, the fire department always has been and will continue to be your resource. We want to continue to engage with you, and I personally look forward to those opportunities. Our fire stations are a place of community pride, they're a place of safety, and they're a place of comfort. And I hope you'll take the time and the opportunity to get to know the firefighters in the station that serves your neighborhood. For those that we will meet on possibly your worst or darkest day, we will continue to treat you with dignity and respect and work hard to mitigate your emergency to the best of our abilities. With that, Mayor, I'd like to thank you again. I look forward to working with the men and women of the fire department, the men and women of the city, and as well as this great community. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chief. And that wraps our short and sweet ceremony today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank the Chief and of course your family, who truly is a partner in this. And to all of the community, know that we continue to be, will always be focused first and foremost on your health and safety. And together in partnership with the men and women of the fire department, the men and women of the police department, and all of the city of Boise, we welcome you, Chief Niemeyer, and thank you for your service. Take care, everybody. Be well.